Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Keith Kuntz. We begin in Bridgeport, where an overnight shooting leaves one man dead, another in the hospital this afternoon. It happened shortly after 1:30 this morning during the overnight hours near the Marina Village housing complex. News 8 first on that scene. Kent Pierce following the very latest on the investigation.
These drops of blood here on the sidewalk mark the spot where a man died in an early morning shootout that also put another man in the hospital and woke up a lot of neighbors.
I had like 5 shots, like, pow, pow, and then pow, 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 like that, like silent shooting.
I didn't move, my daughter didn't move, we just stood still, and that was it until we heard the screaming out here. That was about it.
Screaming what?
They were screaming for help.
And when the shooting stopped, people saw where the screams were coming from. Calvin Tyson first saw a body on his sidewalk.
So I look outside, and I see a guy laying here and a guy laying over on the corner. And then the cops start coming in, and people rushing in.
A police spokesman says an officer was on patrol nearby, heard the shots, and found the 2 men on the ground. He called for backup and ambulances, but it was not enough to save one victim. He was pronounced dead at St. Vincent's Medical Center. The other man was rushed into surgery at Bridgeport Hospital.
The death, 23-year-old Carice Wests, and the man who was wounded, 29-year-old Meshach Hussein, both of Bridgeport, we believe.
Detectives spent the next 6 hours combing the street for evidence. Now they are looking for the public's help in tracking down suspects.
There's a confidential number, 203-581-5201. Any information given will be kept confidential.
It's something they've seen far too often in this part of Bridgeport, too. Just a few feet from the shooting scene this morning, there's a little hole in the screen here. That's where a bullet went through the screen and through that window in a previous shooting. On the scene in Bridgeport, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.
And as Bridgeport police investigate this morning's double shooting, there are brand new developments in a Bridgeport homicide from earlier this month. 18-year-old Lawrence Perry and 19-year-old Antoine Sharp were arrested early this morning in the shooting death of Daryl Geyer. Now, Geyer was found shot in his Wood Avenue apartment back on April 13th. Police say the suspects knew Geyer. Both men are facing felony murder charges and are being held on $500,000 bond.